My name is Rhonda and I've lived in Menangatang all my life. I was married when I was 20, Keith was 23. And I've got good sons and one's on the farm, and when Keith's away he trots up twice a day to see that I'm okay. When I was 56 I got breast cancer. I had the treatment in Bendigo under Rob Bloom. That I kept going there for 5 years and I got the all clear after the 5 years was up, and they found that I had a rare cancer on my lung. It was at that stage another primary. So I had a part of my lung removed and I had radiation and chemotherapy. Yeah, I was going well for 4 years, and then they found that it had spread. And then I had chemotherapy and that wasn't working in the end. 18 months ago that wasn't working. Rob Bloom contacted Dr. Michael in Melbourne, the oncologist, and they said a trial was coming up. I got on that trial. I go there every fortnight to Melbourne. Well, Keith's always been there for me, you know. He comes down to Melbourne when I have treatment all the time. And Ken he stays behind on the farm because he has to run the farm, because there has to be someone here to help look after the animals and things like that. And but the last few times that I've only had to have CT scans, I've gone to Melbourne by myself. And I never thought that I would ever do that. But I feel quite good when I can do that. And it saves Keith coming away from the farm, because there's always something that he has to do. It'd be good to be back in Bendigo, but the trial's in Melbourne and that finishes this year. And I feel comfortable down there on the trial, but I think it would also it'd be the same if I was back in Bendigo. It'd be easier. Now I'm used to travelling, it's not so far to hop on a bus and go to Bendigo if it need be. Well, we've got no GP at the moment and we haven't had probably for the last 2 or 3 years. So if you want to see a doctor, you have to go to Swan Hill or Robinvale. But most times my appointments are in Bendigo or Melbourne, so that's where I go because I feel comfortable and safe there, because I get so well looked after in Bendigo and in Melbourne. And the staff and the doctors were all so good to me. You know, the trial's been really important, and when I was on the trial for a while it did affect my lungs, so I had to go off it for 3 months because it affected them quite badly, and I really wanted to keep on the trial because in January 2020 we would be married 50 years, and later on in that year the Mallee farm has been in the family for 100 years, so I'm glad that I'm still on the trial. I don't know what's going to happen come November. That's 2 years gone, and I haven't asked really what happens if I'm still here. Can I still receive some of that treatment, or do you just go off it, or do you have to pay for it? I don't know. That's some of the questions I'll have to ask soon, because it is an expensive treatment. If the farm had to pay out all that money which they can't afford, what would you do? I think if I knew that I didn't have long, well, I think I'd say I wouldn't have it. I don't want to travel overseas, and I'm just happy with the family and getting out with friends. The houses are old, but I love them. I call the home on the farm.